What's going on, y'all? It's your boy PETRYPERFECT back again for another episode of State of the Texans. This is a show where we come and we talk about everything Texans. It's not a weekly show. It's not a daily show. It's after every few games that we can assess the Texans and where we are. The last time that we was together, we went 0-3, losing to the Rams, the Buccaneers, and the Jaguars, all in the fourth quarter, all by close scores, all by fumbles and mishaps. 0-3. They say every 0-3 wasn't, all 0-3 is not created equal. And ours certainly wasn't, because just as quick as we was 0-3, we really could have been 3-0. Of course, out of those 3 games, we definitely if we didn't win any of them, we should have won that Buccaneers game, because we should have sacked Baker Mayfield on 4th down. That was just still so disappointing. But while you're here, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel where we talk about everything, we react to everything, we do everything on this channel. Just a channel where you can, because it's like Walmart, you can get everything that you want at this one channel. So please make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment and let me know where you think the Texans are. Like I said, we was 0-3 last time you all see me doing the State of the Texans episode, and we wondered if we can turn this season around. We just was not blocking well. CJ wasn't seeing the field well. Mishaps, the team's fumbling the ball, and a lot of different things that we just wasn't getting to where we need to be. It was a lot of issues that we discussed. But what happened since then? Well, we have went on and we came home against Tennessee Titans. They didn't win a game. We was 0-3 versus the 0-3, and we was able to go in there and not only win, but beat the Tennessee Titans 26-0. If you want to go check out my vlog on that, make sure I'll drop it in the description. Make sure y'all go check out the vlog as I went to the game and I took my son to the game. It was his first Texans game, and we had an amazing time and we got an amazing win. But that game was tight the entire time until the late second half, where we finally pulled away from the Tennessee Titans. Now, of course, people are like, well, it's the Tennessee Titans. But see, you can't look at it that way. You have to understand that we went in there and did what we were supposed to do. Shut out. I think that was the first Texans shutout since like 2010, 2011. I don't know what it was, but it has been years since the Texans shut out an opponent, especially as I've had season tickets. The only blowouts I've ever witnessed is really the playoff games. Now that I think about it, the playoff games. So what a win that we went in there and we was able to get in the win column. We looked good against Tennessee. We disrupt Cam Ward. We had them making all kind of plans and stuff. But of course, at this time, Brian Callahan, the coach of the Titans, had been fired after disastrous performance after disastrous performance. So the Tennessee Titans, hopefully, they might be a little different the next time we play them. But the following week, we went on to play the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, the Ravens had no Lamar Jackson, no who else was hurt for the they have a lot of people on defense that's hurt and a lot of people on offense that's hurt. And their defense have been playing bad all season long, even if Lamar Jackson was there. But this was our opportunity to go down there and right the ship. I did not know this until I was watching the game, but we had never won in Baltimore. Never won in Baltimore. We were 0-8 in franchise history. Of course, I was at the game last year when they came here on Christmas Day and they beat us 31-2 in front of Jesus and Beyonce. Jesus and Beyonce, both of them. Embarrassed the city of Houston like that on Christmas Day when I could have been with my family, having a good time, opening presents, eating ham and collard greens and mac and cheese. I know I sound real black right there, but I could have been doing all this stuff. But yet I wanted to go tailgate and I wanted to be out there. My wife allowed me to go. She was there with me. She made Christmas about me. I'll forever love her for that. But then they go out there and embarrass me the way they did. But anyways, I had a flashback. Sorry, guys. I'm back in it. I'm back in the saddle. We went to Baltimore and we took care of business. Now, people say, well, the Baltimore Ravens didn't have all their people. They didn't. But we beat them like any elite team should have. That's the beautiful thing about it. We beat them like any elite team. If the Bills would have went, the Eagles would have went, the Lions would have went, the Chiefs, whatever, whoever, we beat them like we were supposed to. Had the score been 27-20 or 20-12 or 14-6 or something like that. It's like, okay, guys, what are we doing? They didn't have their guys. They didn't have their defense. Wasn't as historically good as it normally is. What is up, guys? But beating them 44-10. That means in the last two games, the Titans and the Ravens, we have beaten them down by a combined score of 68-10. My numbers could be off. 44-26, 44-26. That's what's that? 44-26. Is that 70? I think that might be 70. I was wrong. 70-10. We beat them. We beat both of those teams. That is phenomenal. Of course, the Texans had a bye week. We was able to enjoy the bye week and just watch regular football. Bye week came early for us. I'm not a really big fan of early bye weeks, but for this situation, I'm glad because we needed to have a little break in between those, this stretch that we're about to go on. So, of course, where we are right now, the state of the Texans, I feel like we have an opportunity to do something really special here. To do something that there's only been one other team that has been able to bounce back from 0-3, I think this century or something like that, and make the playoffs. And it was the Houston Texans, where I think it was 2018, 17, something like that, 18, 19, something. No, it wasn't 19. By 2018, I think it was, where we went 0-3 and we won like 9 in a row. I'm hoping that we can pull something off like that. Do I think we'll win 9 in a row? I don't think so, but I do think that we have a really good opportunity to make a run here. But it's going to start first by coming out and beating Seattle in Seattle on Monday Night Football. This game is on prime time. We know we don't play well on prime time. So I'm hoping that we can go up there and we can really show the NFL that we are back. What y'all anticipated that we would be, we are back. Beating the Seahawks will definitely kickstart this season because after we play the Seahawks, we do have three home games in a row. Yeah, I am not prepared for these tailgates that's about to happen for 3 Sundays in a row. But we do have 3 home games in a row where we come home and we play the San Francisco 49ers, who has lost Fred Warner and Bosa for the year. We play the Denver Broncos, who not that strong of a team, but they do have an amazing front seven. Now, I think Colin Cowherd said it, that they're the best team at not allowing sacks, and they're the best team at pressuring your quarterback. So that's gonna be a real test for us at the condition of our offensive linemen. And then we have our rematch against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Those are our 3-game stretches. So that means if we can beat the Seahawks and win those 3 games at home, that will put us at a 6-game win streak. That is pretty good. I think we can pull that off. I just hope that our offense can come to play. We have at this point in the season, we have the number 1 defense in points allowed. I know we're not the total number 1 defense, but the number 1 defense in points allowed. That means we have allowed the fewest points in the NFL up until the recording of this video, which is after the bye week. So we played Seattle on Monday night. We go in there. We're gonna really have to put the pressure on Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba. I'm expecting Derek Stingley to really limit the amount of catches and yards that Jackson Smith-Njigba gets. I'm hoping that our team can create pressure, and I hope that we can get Sam Darnold on the ground. I've fortunate to have been to Seattle. I've seen the Texans. Actually, the last time the Texans played in Seattle, I was there 8 years ago. We had a heck of a game. We lost, I think, 41-38. It was an amazing environment, man. The people were nice. The people were nice. The city was beautiful. But that stadium do be rocking. So I know our guys are going to have a great experience out there. I know we're going to get there. We're going to get to work. It's a business trip. We're coming off a bye week. We have to handle business 1 game at a time. Of course, we're on AFC South watch as well, as we're watching the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Indianapolis Colts. We're not worried about the Titans because they trash, but we're watching the Indianapolis Colts. They're playing really good football right now. They could be this year's version of last year's Minnesota Vikings when they went like 14-3 or something like that and just dominated the entire league. So I'm watching the Colts. I'm hoping that they come back down to reality, but we still have to play the Colts twice. So they're gonna have to see us, and we're gonna have to see them. So I'm excited for those matchups because I do think we're gonna right the wrong on Jacksonville, and we will split them. So this division could really come down to the last 2-3 weeks of the season. That's exciting football, guys. All you can do is pray that you get an opportunity to play meaningful football games in December and in January. And I hope we put ourselves in a position to do that. We still have to play the 49ers, the Broncos. We still have to play the Colts twice. We still have to play the Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Las Vegas Raiders. We still got some boys to play. But I do believe that we have an opportunity, because if we can get in them playoffs, I do think this is the year we can make some noise. Face a little adversity. We make a run. We're going into the playoffs on a hot streak. But more importantly, Baltimore won't be there, who has always been our kryptonite. So let me know what you all think in the comments. Do you think the Texans have an opportunity to go on a win streak here? Let me know, please, in the comments. I will be back in a few weeks to do State of the Texans episode 3 and give y'all a breakdown. Maybe after the 3-game home stretch. We will be out there vlogging. If you're in Houston and you're at the Texans game, come to the Blue Lot, Moodum Chain Tailgaters. We'll be doing live interviews. I'm going to be putting those vlogs up on the internet for you all to see. If you want to check out my last 2 vlogs that I've done so you can kind of get an idea what they look like, I will drop them in the description below. But until next time, go Texans. See y'all next video. Peace.